fear of public speaking, also technically known as glossophobia, affects 3 out of 4 people. Imagine yourself in a room full of people. 75% of those people have a fear of public speaking. How would you like to be one of the 4 that does not have a fear of public speaking and is able to manage the nerves that keep you from being a confident and dynamic speaker? I'm Christy Demetrakis, the Empowered Speaker. And over the years, I have coached hundreds of people to become confident and dynamic speakers so that they can share their message with the world. In this episode of Empowered Speakers Want to Know, I am sharing tips that I have shared with people over the years that help them to better be able to share that message. In this episode, we're talking about tip number 2, which is watching what you eat and what you drink. I know this sounds so simple. Watch what you eat and you drink. What do you mean by that? You have to be very aware of what makes your body feel sluggish and what gives you energy. Because the thing to remember about being a speaker, anytime you stand in front of the audience, people want you to succeed. That's the first thing. Get that in your mind that people want you to succeed because their time is as valuable as the time it is taking you to give this presentation. So the energy that you have is what the audience will give back to you, which is why when you're giving a presentation, your energy levels have to be significantly higher than where you want your audience to be. So how does this affect what you eat? Well, what you eat and drink, if there are certain things, heavy foods that make you sluggish, you don't want to eat that before you speak because your energy levels are going to be low and your audience's energy levels are going to be even lower. Okay, so you want to watch what you eat and drink. You want to stick with low-fat proteins, fruits, vegetables. Those are good foods that give you energy that aren't too heavy. You want to avoid caffeine. And I know most people, I'm not a caffeine drinker, but I know a lot of people need that caffeine to get them started. But you do want to avoid the caffeine because it also makes you jittery. It can also make you jittery. You want to avoid dairy is another one. Why do you avoid dairy? Because dairy coats your throat and produces phlegm. And you're going to end up having to clear your throat a bazillion times while you're speaking. That's not cute. The other thing you want to do is you want to avoid spicy foods. Spicy foods, especially if you're not used to spicy foods. I probably don't need to say a whole lot more on that one, but you want to avoid the spicy foods so that you don't have stomach upset, indigestion, all those things that will distract from how you feel and inhibit your ability to give a great presentation. You want to make sure you're drinking lots of water. Stay hydrated. That's going to help with little things like dry mouth, which are some of the symptoms of being afraid of public speaking. And the last thing is you want to make sure you have some low energy or some high energy snacks on hand, whether it's almonds or protein bars, anything like that that's going to help to give you that boost of energy. Because the one thing you also have to always keep in mind when you're presenting is you may not go on at the time you expected. And so if you don't eat or if you don't have snacks ready and you're delayed by 30 minutes, you're delayed by an hour, that also affects your energy levels. Okay? That's my tip for today, is watching what you eat and drink. That's a very important part of being able to conquer your fear of public speaking. If you have other ideas or things that you want me to address, please put those in the comments below and I'll do a video on them. That's my tip for today. Join me next time for Empowered Speakers Want to Know.